Hello to all my friends out there. So this is Prepare for the Worst Challenge. And so if you've been following me, you heard this story before, but I have 500 new followers who probably haven't heard it. It's the story of the farmer hiring a ranch hand. A farmer went to the fair and he needed to hire a good ranch hand. And so the ranch hands were around the fair, trying to get hired. He saw one ranch hand, one guy, and it looked like he was a ranch hand. And he said, "You looking for a job?" And the ranch hand said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, why should I hire you?" And he said, "Because I can sleep when it rains." And so the farmer moved on, but he kept thinking about what the ranch hand said, and he went back and he said, "I'm going to hire you. I keep thinking about what you said, you can sleep when it rained." And the ranch hand said, "That was a good idea." So they went back to the farm, and the ranch hand was really a hard worker. He took good care of everything on the farm. He was just really a great ranch hand, and the farmer was really glad he had hired him. Time went on, and one night the farmer heard thunder in the distance, and he jumped out of bed and he ran to the ranch hand and he said, "Gather the cattle, secure the horses, secure the hay, big storm coming." And the ranch hand rolled over in bed and he said, "I already did." He was prepared for the rain. So it's the same thing with us. And I used to tell my son this story all the time. I drove him crazy. There is another story I used to tell him. I drove him crazy, and it was about lying. There was a boy, and he would lie, and his father said, "You've got to stop lying like this. It's really bad." So every time the boy would lie, the farmer would take a big nail, and in the front door of the house, he would nail one nail. And finally, the whole front door was just like full of nails. And the boy said, "You know what? I'm really sorry for these lies, and I'm sorry." And so the father pulled all the nails out, but the door was marred with all the holes. And the boy started crying, and he said, "But now our door is all full of holes." And the father said, "Well, you were lying." So I tormented my son with these stories. Okay, no lying either, you guys. Prepare for the worst challenge. Number 1, stop all spending. I mean, if you knew some catastrophe was going to happen, could you stop spending? Yeah, you could stop spending, except for like the bare necessities. Stop spending. Stockpile food and water. How about those people caught in these floods where all the farms were destroyed? Could they have stopped spending if they knew that was going to happen? Okay, prepare for an exceptionally cold winter. I have been hearing this over and over that an exceptionally cold winter is coming. We should all have buddy heaters, so that if the power goes out, you can keep warm so you won't die. Eliminate every item you possibly can that you buy. Okay, one thing I can eliminate buying is tea, because I have plenty of tea in my stockpile. I don't need any soup. I have plenty of soup. I don't need any canned food. I have plenty of canned food. So just stop spending every single penny you can. Go through everything you buy. Like I use a lot of dish soap. So I'm going to be buying the big containers of dish soap. And then I'm not going to buy any. Oh, which brings us to 5. Buy big cans and packages. I just did a video on that. That is really going to stretch your budget. Don't buy the 16-ounce refried beans. Buy those big cans. Don't buy those small cans of vegetables. Go to fruit. Go to Dollar Tree and buy the big ones. 6, buy canned food. Keep a few cans of soup and meals in the car. You don't know how many times I ran into somebody in such dire circumstances, and I could give them some soup or some canned meals, get the ones with the flip tops. I eat them myself from time to time in the car. So another thing you can do is you can just make yourself eat the soup and the canned meals for lunch. It's not going to kill you. Find 7 cheap meals. I have found several cheap meals that I really, really don't like. I really, really don't mind. I don't mind egg drop top ramen soup and potato taquitos. If you haven't seen my videos for egg drop soup, you just make top ramen. You mix 1 tablespoon water, 1 egg, and you beat it till it's frothy, and then you stir it in the top ramen until the egg is cooked, and you add chive, salt, pepper, sugar, and soy sauce. And for potato taquitos, you just get potatoes, mashed potatoes. Don't get them too thin. You put them in a taquito. You roll the corn tortilla. You fry in oil, and you eat it with. It's a really cheap ketchup. Try to get a car that gets high gas mileage, but don't buy a new car because you're not spending any money. Keep cash on hand. Keep gas on hand. Today I went to Walmart and I was in a row and they said no cash, cards only. I go, what? What are you talking about? EBT cards? But they were talking, they wanted a debit card or a credit card. They did not want cash. I am not kidding you. That really happened. I could not believe it. No cash. Go to another check stand, but this one we're only accepting cards. This week you have to be very careful as times get super awful. Somebody got hold of my son's debit card, but fortunately California Coast caught it. And they said it was probably someone in the gas station. I said, yeah, probably was. The same thing happened to me, and they went on a spending spree in Florida, and I don't live in Florida, and I wasn't in Florida. Live in one room. Okay, what that means is to conserve your money, you're only going to live in like one room of your house, and that's going to cut down your expenses. If you're living in your living room, all the rest of the lights and everything else are off in the rest of the house. If you're living in your bedroom, the whole rest of the house is shut down. If you're making dinner, the whole rest. So what you're going to do is you're just going to start conserving all of your resources you possibly can. Okay, now, you guys, please but if you have a comment for me and my followers that we can write in our notebooks, if you would please leave it under comments, or if you do a video, that would be super duper, because then all your followers can get the video, and then I can tweet it and all my followers can get the videos, so we can all start preparing for the worst. I'm not saying stay up, not be like Chicken Little, but just be wise. Be smart with what money you have. Make yourself some tea the night before so you have a nice cold, icy cold beverage that's cheap. Don't buy anything. You can conserve on your laundry. I used to do this, and I used to drive everyone crazy with this. I would buy 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts, and I would just wash them every 3rd day and wear them over and over and over. They were clean. My job, you would destroy your clothes. I usually worked in low-end beauty shops and barber shops, and I would wear a cover-up. It really didn't matter as long as I look half decent. But if you if you just wear only a few clothes and wash them over and over and over, then you can get by spending very little money. Okay, so that is the challenge, and God bless you all.